Saturday, the 1st of July 2017, we're on the Magellan cruise ship and we're on our way now to Lisbon, Portugal. We won't be arriving till about 10 to 8 in the morning. We were travelling all night from 5 p.m. on Saturday, so, since Thursday evening, isn't it?
Yeah.
Since Thursday evening 5 p.m. we've been travelling. We were travelling all night last night, and we went through very heavy currents last night, very treacherous currents last night. It was very, very bad. But it wasn't as bad as the night before. Liam was very bad the night before, previous night. You probably know all about that already.
Tell him, Tanya.
I know, but we know. We said to you, we told the viewers already what happened before, the previous time what happened before. But last night, it was heavy, but it wasn't as severe as the night before. But it was. We did have a heavy night last night, but it wasn't as severe as the previous night. But I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I was awake all night last night. Well, practically more or less most of the night anyway. And I was woken up about 20 to 6 by our neighbours next door, talking or something. I heard people's voices. We have been having complaints about neighbours. We've been having problems with our neighbours next door. Our neighbours next door have been giving us lots of problems since we started the cruise. Making a lot of racket, a lot of noise, arguing and talking very loudly and everything else. They quietened down after about 10 minutes. And then they started talking again around 8:30, woke me up and then disturbed me, and the phone rang. There was a reception, and I woke up Liam and stuff, so he answered the phone, and I thought they were ringing concerning about whether we were feeling okay because of the heavy current, because the heavy currents last night. They were ringing because asking, were we feeling okay, were we feeling sick or anything like that. It turns out they were asking about the neighbours, were we having any more problems with the neighbours. And Liam I was asking Liam what they were asking, and he said it was the trouble with the neighbours, and he said everything was okay. So it turned out he said to the reception we haven't had any problems, so everything's okay. So, which wasn't true at all. I rang the reception back. And I told them that you were just speaking to my fiance about regarding the neighbours, and apparently really they are still having problems with them. And I gave them the number of the room that they were in, and apparently they rang up their neighbours. They rang up my neighbour's room, and they obviously called them down to the reception because I overheard them saying, heard their phone ringing, and I said, what? Yeah. Wanted to come out down now? Sorry, what was that? You know? And then I heard the neighbour saying to her, whoever it is, our friend or something, our neighbour has been complaining about us. So ever since the complaint, I've had no problems since. It seemed to have quietened down. I haven't heard a whisper in that. I haven't heard a whisper in that cabin since I made the complaint this morning, so they've obviously been moved or relocated to a different cabin. I don't know where, but I haven't heard a whisper from them since I made that phone call this morning. So fingers crossed it'll stay like that.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't very pleasant being woken up at 20 to 6 in the morning, I tell you that. But I didn't get a wink of sleep last night due to the heavy current, and it makes a lot of racket when there's a lot of heavy currents. It's very noisy and it's very creaky. The boat makes a lot of creaky sounds and everything else. And
dripping sounds.
Very dripping sounds. I hear a lot of dripping water there. And I'm sliding side to side in the bed, and you know, I'm kind of moving around in the bed, and it's kind of very rocky, and the engine's quite loud, and I don't know, God, for the life of me, I don't know how Liam could sleep through it, but I certainly can't. I don't know how you can sleep with it. So I'm going to have to. He's offered me one of his tablets tonight, sleeping tablets tonight, so hopefully that should help, because I'm literally tired after last night. It was a total nightmare, but hopefully now, hopefully I'll see better tonight, and hopefully the problem with neighbours is dealt with and over with. I don't have to worry about any more problems with the noisy neighbours anymore. But I've had problems with them since day one. I've been putting up with arguments every day putting up with arguments, bad language, and that's one thing that you don't need when you're on a holiday. You don't need that when you're on a holiday. People screaming and shouting and making racket and noise and arguing and screaming. You don't need that. You don't need neighbours like that when you're on holiday. You want to enjoy yourself. The whole idea of coming on a holiday is to get peace and tranquility. You know, you don't need all that on a holiday. You need to be able to relax and enjoy the holiday and relax and have peace and tranquility, and just relax and enjoy the time you're away. You shouldn't have to put up with that racket. It's totally unnecessary, especially when you want to enjoy yourself on a holiday. You need to and you're trying to relax and have a break, you know. But anyway, I hope it's dealt with anyway. So far, I haven't heard a whisper from them. So please God, it's over with. But apart from that, I am enjoying myself. And they gave a weather report for Lisbon, and it turns out it's going to be sunny and it's going to be warm. But the only downfall about Lisbon is that they won't be staying there for very long. They're leaving at 2:30 in the afternoon, so it doesn't give me much time to look around the shops. So I'm a bit disappointed that they won't be there for very long tomorrow, because it's my first visit in Lisbon in Portugal. I've never been to Lisbon before. The only part of Portugal I've been in is the Algarve. So I was hoping it would be a longer time in Lisbon to get to know the place, or get to see some of the sights, but unfortunately I won't get to see much of the sights tomorrow. I'm very disappointed in that fact, so which means I'd have to get up early tomorrow if I want to see some of the sights tomorrow. I'll see some of Lisbon, you know, before we get set off again. So we'll be arriving in Lisbon at 8:10, and we're leaving Lisbon for 2:30 in the afternoon, heading off then to Gibraltar, isn't it?
Gibraltar, yeah.
Gibraltar next. Yeah. So that's the next stop after that. So but I'm disappointed that's not staying for very long. So I'm going to get up early, so I didn't get any shopping done yet. So I'm hoping, and please God, tomorrow I'll get some shopping done. I want to get some shopping. I want to get some presents for a few friends, and some of my friends from the stud as well, and some of the horses as well. And I miss the horses in the stud, and I'm hoping that everything's all right. And I wonder if they miss me. I wonder if they all miss me in the stud. What do you reckon, Link?
I'm sure they are. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my friend Gail Force, I wonder how he's surviving without me, huh? Do you think he's surviving without me?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
I'll be looking forward to seeing him when I get back. But anyway, I say he's all right though. He's in safe hands. But I do miss him. Yeah, but I'm sure he's in safe hands. Yeah, that's very sad to say goodbye to him there. But anyway, I'll be looking forward to seeing him when I get back. But anyway, as I said, the cruise is incredible. So, fortunately, we were. Tell them about the deal that we talked about next year.
We were offered a deal that looked like it was 1,300 for the whole trip, which I nearly jumped on because it's great value. Just before we left, we got a letter in the door saying that this offer was available, and I was very excited. But I rang around other people and asked them what they thought of it. They all said a great deal. It sounded like a great deal, you know. So I was actually worried, would I have that kind of money on me, the 1,300, you know, for the deal. So I put a lot of effort into figuring out and thought about it. Rang them Monday anyway with the money in my credit card, about to buy the deal, and they told me that was for one person. It's actually 2,900 for the two of us.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
So I had to cancel the deal, you know.
It's ridiculous. So we're hoping to go next year, because for next year I was hoping to go to I was looking into going to the Canary Islands. The Canary Islands, the Canary Islands and Madeira. I was looking into going to that next year, but unfortunately it's not going to happen. But Liam's saying that he has an interview for a job, so hopefully now if he does get the job and all going well, maybe we could afford to go.
Yeah.
Maybe we may be able to afford to go on this cruise next year, please God. I would love to go on another cruise. I don't want this to be the last cruise we go on. I want to be able to go on another cruise again some other time, you know, in the future. But I don't want this to be the first and last cruise, because I'm enjoying this very much. I'm loving this cruise, you know, and I don't want it to be the last. And do you don't want it to be the last either? Do you?
No.
So we're really planning our next holiday. We're thinking of going maybe a barge or mobile for the end of the year anyway. So
Yeah.
maybe a barge or holiday. We haven't been on a barge for a while. I happen to like the barge holidays and maybe the mobile home. But yeah, but hopefully now, please God, this interview goes well, and I'd be happy now if Liam could work from home rather than go to the office. I'd very be worried if he could work from home, you know, rather than go into the office, you know. But because you would be able to work from home, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Should be able to.
You'd be nice to get work from home.
Yeah.
And you would be getting paid from home as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you think they'd let you work from home?
I don't know. Hopefully, yeah. I'd say so.
Yeah. I hope so, because they were nice. And I wouldn't interrupt with them anyway. So and I always let him do his computer anyway. I'll leave him to it and I'll do my own thing. So and I don't get anyway. Sure don't.
No.
And the TV doesn't bother you.
No.
So once I don't interrupt him or get in his way, everything's fine, you know. But I'm making plenty of coffee and cups of coffee, you know. I'd be his coffee lady.
Thank you very much.
I'd be his coffee lady or his maid or wherever. Yeah, look after him. I mean, it's on his breaks. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my diary for today. And tomorrow we're in Lisbon. So I'll talk to you when we arrive in Lisbon, and I'll tell you how things go then. Thank you. Bye.